Morning of day 6 from Bear Fence Hut. Y'all ready to go?
I'm ready.
You ready? You ready?
Yeah, I got my credit card and my phone, but my phone's on 12%.
Oh.
So we could be in trouble.
Oh man. So here we have a morel mushroom. So it's day number 6, right? Saturday. It's 9 o'clock. And we'll do a recap of the night. So who do we have there? We had just Joe. Or Joe. Skyman. And Skyman is the guy from Switzerland. And he left real early this morning. I think he was the first one out. And then, did you catch the... We gotta go this way.
I didn't get any of them.
The 3 guys...
4 guys.
There's 4 of them?
Yeah.
4 guys that hiked up from... or down from Big Meadows yesterday just to camp here for the night, and then they're heading back to Big Meadows. How'd you sleep last night there, Merica? We had rain that rolled in last night. Chase had a pretty neat deer experience. We finally had some animals up close. We had 2 deer that came in close to the camp. They were coming right in and they were seeing us. They didn't care. Not at all. How you doing, Trips?
7.8 miles to Big Meadows.
I was up at 5 and it was raining pretty heavy around 6. It's making the tin on the roof chatter. But it tapered off, and by the time everyone was up and moving around, it had stopped. So it's kind of cool. Actually, it's nice hiking. It's a nice hiking temperature right now. So some of us are bundled up, and I think that'll be changing as we go along here. So we're making our way up to Big Meadows today for some more wayside goodies. What is it? Yorktown, what do you see?
Camera might smell like beer.
I'd advertise that to GoPro. It's good even when you spill beer on it. So we started out foggy today, and it changed. Now we got rain. So we got the Gossamer Gear umbrella out. It's the Eurosherm Flex Light umbrella and the Z-Pax hiking skirt. And despite the lower temperatures, I would say it's in the very high 40s, low 50s. I'm still with a t-shirt and just the hiking kilt or rain skirt and the umbrella, and I'm good to go. In fact, underneath the umbrella, I'm not even getting wet at all. My feet are still dry, my legs are dry. Sometimes I get a few drips on my arm, but that's about it. So I think we got about 2.5 miles to Big Meadows, where we're going to be taking a break and having some wayside lunch, and we're going to warm up, and then we got to hike in the rest of the afternoon into the shelter. So Merica's not having a good day. He seems to be a little down in the dumps. I think the weather and the temperatures kind of getting to him, and we're pushing past the 60-mile mark, so he's been doing well. I think his spirits are down just a little bit. Yorktown's doing well. I kind of feel bad for him that he doesn't have an umbrella. He just has the raincoat. With the umbrella and the skirt, I definitely do not sweat at all. In fact, I'm just on the verge of wishing I had my mid layer on, but I know then I would start sweating, and I want to keep that dry. Now we're at 5.5 miles here, and we just passed Milam Gap, and it just started to rain a little bit harder now. It's kind of a steady rain. We've got about 2.5 miles to go before we hit Big Meadows and the wayside, and it's going to be much needed. Merica is in a bit of a funk, and we need to get him out of it. I think it's those bad days that make you appreciate the good days so much more when you're out on the trail, because of course it's not always sunshine and rainbows and butterflies.
You want the buff, the neck buff?
Or your hat?
I'll take my hat. Because even if that gets wet, your head should be able to...
How you doing under there? Doing all right?
Okay.
This is where the phrase "embrace the suck" comes in.
I was thinking of her bottle. Her bottle says "embrace the sucky flow."
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your water bottle say, hon?
Roll with the sucky flow.
Roll with the sucky flow.
And someday this will be funny.
Someday this will be funny. This is it. Oh,
It took me a minute to figure out where the AT went, but it's a straight line.
well, that's eerie.
Cemetery?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So we're about 0.6 away from Big Meadows, and we're just passing the cemetery. In the fog, a little creepy.
Easy work.
Yeah. What a beautiful day, huh?
I don't have any...
All right, we've just about made it. The Big Meadows Visitor Center, food, gas, and lodging, picnic campground, and a whole lot of rain and fog. We're 7.4 miles into the day, into our rainy day, and everyone's looking forward to getting out of this stuff. All right, here we go, making the turn. We'll go get some food. Boy, what a day. How you doing, Trips? It's cold and it's rainy out. And we're sitting here. We finished up our lunch. And we don't want to go back outside. Because it's raining and it's cold. And we got 4 miles to do yet. Everybody's just hanging out over here. Bunch of through hikers. So we're here at the Big Meadows store, and for resupply, they have quite a selection of the backpackers' pantry meals. Buns and breads and cookies and crackers. Bars of all kinds, potato chips, Pop-Tarts, combos, peanuts, Cliff Bars, more potato chips. Big Meadow resupply. All right.
I know, most people, this is where they do it. I'm serious.
And what does our damage come to?
It came to 74.34.
So we just finished lunch at the wayside not too long ago, and it's still raining out, and we're making the 2.5 to 3 mile climb into the next hut. Anybody remember what the next hut's called?
Rock Spring?
Rocky Top? No, Rock Spring? Yeah, I think you're right. Rock Spring Hut. And I think everybody's just about had it.
Yeah.
We had a fairly decent flow going on the way here, but the colder weather, it's in the low to mid 40s right now with rain, and it's kind of sapping everybody's energy. So we're hoping to make it to the hut in the next hour and a half, and Yorktown's going to get his first experience of overnight in a shelter. Maybe, he says. Maybe. So we'll see. I know if there's room, we're going to be staying in it. Because it's nasty. And apparently it's supposed to be even nastier tomorrow. But luckily we only have a 4.3 mile hike into Skyland where we're going to be doing our Nero day. So we'll sleep in get some breakfast and make our way to the resort. The trail on the way in was very smooth. We had a few inclines after the hut this morning, but then the track was nice and smooth, and we were up 3.3 to 3.5 miles per hour, which is a really nice pace. So we got about a mile left, and Chase is nowhere to be found. Ever since Big Meadows, he took off, and we haven't seen him. So Tripp said she's gonna go all mama bear on him. He was complaining of some knee pain, so we gave him some Tylenol, and he had a Rockstar energy drink, and the boy hasn't been seen since. We were telling Yorktown Brown the story of our AT trip 2 years ago in 2015, when we had a similar situation where the Wanderer got lost because she thought that her husband, Fragile, and their nephew had continued on when they had really just gone down for water. We're hoping that he's just busting his butt to get to the shelter because he's tired and he's ready to be done. We're a little concerned for him right now. So we've taken a side trail to the Rock Spring Hut. It's a 1/10 of a mile off the AT. And we haven't seen Chase pretty much the entire way from Big Meadows since we left the road. And we've caught up with a few people now who said they've seen him. And we're hoping he's down here. We're also hoping that there's room for us in the hut, because we really don't feel like setting up our tent in the rain. There were some comments in Gut Hooks that this particular hut has leaks. And you can see the top right-hand corner has some patching, so mental note here, don't sleep on the right side. Looks like they got a bear box and a bear pole back here. It's already hunkered down.
I'll come and pick you up. We want to come and pick you up.
I'd like to go to Harper's Ferry.
Yeah. You get a ride with us. This is a video, you know.
Oh, it's a video?
I'm like, how long are you gonna
I
hold?
told her I like to die to hypothermia in the restaurant.
What you doing, Trips?
Listening to a book and freezing.
Yeah. A nice one with a view.
Is it a